The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello there. Welcome to the webinar brought to you by J&J Digital Marketing, how to increase your income connecting people to their passion. We are so glad you're taking the time to spend, I guess, a little bit of time with us and find out how you can take your life up to the next level. I'm going to ask you to sort of, with us, maximize the benefits of what we're going to present to you. So get ready to take some notes, have pen and paper in hand, and let's start tackling some important questions.
How effectively do we connect? How well do we understand the people around us? If we could reduce misunderstanding, how much of an impact would that have on us? You see the two little guys there? The one fella's revealing things, the other guy's listening, but are they understanding each other? Just because we say something does that mean that the other person's understanding us. And so we're here to help you today to make it so that, hey, you're understood better. Okay, 1 second. Oh.
No, they're back.
Yeah, okay.
So how important is it to skillfully communicate? You know, how well you communicate with people really determines how far you will go in life. So we're going to show you how, during this webinar, how you can feel safe and secure in all your interactions with everybody. Doesn't matter who they are, what position in life they are, what position you are at in life. It's important that you feel safe in all your interactions, and by in turn, with you feeling safe, whomever you're interacting with, your partner, they're going to feel just as safe. Communication is, John and I get excited about this slide. Communication is really your delivery system, your value to the marketplace. How do you deliver your value to others? You know, what is your marketplace? Is it your job? Is it your family? Is it your social network? I'd like to put it out there that your marketplace is everyone whom you come in contact with. So during your time with us, you're going to learn how to improve your value to your marketplace.
What you're about to discover, mastering advanced communication skills will bring greater enjoyment, satisfaction, respect, and productivity to your personal, social, and business life. Do you see the need to be on top of your communication to get the most results? What is this effort worth to you? We can show you how to double and triple your results. It has for us.
Managing interactions. That is so important. You know, if you're able to manage yourself, then you can manage any situation. I'm in the process of reading The 8th Habit by Stephen Covey, The 8th Habit from Effectiveness to Greatness. And he has a quote in there by Peter F. Drucker. And it says, for the first time, people will have to manage themselves, and society is totally unprepared for this. And what he's referring to is because in the early 1900s and throughout most of history, people knew their role in life. But now with the information age, roles are changing and they're not sure how to manage themselves. So we're going to show you through this webinar, we're going to give you the tools on how you can manage yourself, because once you can manage yourself, your sphere of influence grows. And it grows exponentially, and you can bring so much good to the world when you know how to manage your own interactions.
Rapport is about making that connection, seeking first to understand the other person. Everyone's favorite radio station is What's in It for Me. Everybody finds, okay, who do they find most important? Hey, everybody wants what's best for them, but are we looking at what's best for the other person? So When you connect with others and meet them where they are at, you can create meaningful relationships that last. If they are not at your level, you can build them up to your level. Rapport trumps all. Discovering the secrets of building rapport will enable you to create more meaningful, long-lasting relationships more quickly.
Ooh, these two gentlemen do not look happy. It looks like the gentleman on the left is trying to relay a difficult issue with the other gentleman. The other gentleman is not feeling too happy about it. There's a way to relay or have difficult conversations. Once you feel safe with yourself, and most importantly, once you're able to let the other person feel safe, having that difficult conversation is no longer difficult. Everybody feels safe. So you will learn, stay with us, because you're going to learn throughout the webinar. We're going to give you the tools on how to have that safe conversation.
Learning how to ethically influence people's hearts and minds will reward you with the positive decisions and actions you desire. How we interact and when we do it ethically will create a positive influence on the minds and hearts of people we deal with. It looks like this fella's having a sales presentation. The more you go into any sales relationship with a win-win attitude for both you and your prospect, the better your closing rate will become. You're okay if they buy it. You're okay if they don't buy it. That's a win-win for both sides. No one feels threatened or pushed into anything.
Ooh, what a concept.
That's an amazing concept, isn't it? Okay.
So you're probably wondering if what we're talking about is for you. Well, just by the fact that you've logged on and you're here, you value powerful communication. Establishing genuine rapport with people is very important. You are committed to enhancing your life, taking it up to the next level. And most importantly, you take ownership of your role in all your relationships. Then definitely you are in the right place. So what can you expect from this webinar? Well, we're going to go for about 60 minutes, give or take a few minutes. I'm going to ask you to eliminate all distractions, so make sure the kids have been fed and washed and ready for bed. The dog has been walked. As they ask you to in the movie theater, I'm going to ask you to turn off your cell phone. Get ready to take notes. At the moment, our specialists are tied up, but they expect to join us later. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the box, and someone will answer your questions just as soon as they can. But also, we are going to be, at the end of the webinar, John and I will stay on and answer all questions. Don't worry, we're not going to leave anybody hanging.
Okay. Expectations, what it's not. Okay, it's not an average course. It's not for people that are not ready for transformational change. And it's not for people that are dishonest or lack integrity.
Well, this is one of my favorite slides. This is my wonderful husband. I just call him John, but he likes to go by John Wayne Robert Jansen. John is the co-founder of JJ Digital Marketing. He's a certified peer coach, speaker, and trainer. He has been a student of personal development for the last 20 years, and communication and connecting with people has always intrigued him. He's always wondering how we can connect better. He is fluent in English and Dutch. Even though he was born in Canada, Dutch is actually his first language. And, you know, John, when he's upset with me, likes to speak Dutch. And unfortunately for John, I'm catching on. John's other great passion is photography and world travel. When you see John's pictures, they speak to you. John communicates through his photography. One thing John is most proud of, he is licensed with James McNeil, and he's a certified verbal Aikido master trainer.
And now I get to introduce my wife, Ann.
Be nice.
I'll try. Okay, she's a co-founder of JAJ Digital Marketing. The J is for John, the A is for Ann, the J is for Jansen. That's how we come up with the JAJ. She's also done personal development for 20 years. I personally think it doesn't matter what industry you're in, what type of field. A person that does personal development, their life can do nothing else but improve, because it helps us in how we relate to people, in how our interactions, in everything we do. Okay. As a result of all this personal development and reading as much as she does, she's decided to write her own book. So she's the author of the soon-to-be published book, Interrupted Perceptions. It should be coming out later this fall. It's supposed to come out
Well, who knows?
Yeah, well, we're working on it.
You know, I'm growing along with the book.
Yeah. She's got a lot of it done, so I do believe it'll be a bestseller too. She's got 25 years in the legal profession, specializing in breaking the communication barrier between lawyers and clients, helping clients understand the various court processes. She's an avid reader. Well, I have to compete with the books or her time.
Well, we read a lot of the same books, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
but reading is good, definitely. And she's also, I'm very happy to say, a licensed, certified Verbal Aikido master trainer.
Well, shocking confession time. As you've just heard, John and I have been students of personal development for 20 years, both before we met each other, and more specifically, we sort of pushed each other once we met and said, well, let's just get back on this. But we found, we weren't getting the results that all the books and all the seminars and all the videos said we should be having. So I was sitting chatting with a friend of mine, and I thought, oh my goodness, now I know why we're not getting the results. We weren't doing the steps that all the books, all the videos, all the seminars, all the trainers have said that we should do, that we need to do. It's great to pick up a book and read it. It's great to follow the videos, and it's great that you're here on this webinar. But to grow and prosper in life, you need to take those steps. Well, I can vouch for the minute we made that one decision, just even making that decision, our lives changed in an instant. It's growing. It's getting better. Our income is better. Our sphere of influence is growing. We are attracting millionaires and billionaires as friends. And your life just gets better when you take those steps. So I'm urging you, no matter what you do in life, take up personal development and do the steps.
Okay, when life turns upside down. Okay, you see an accident here. That was not my accident, but I was in a very bad accident myself. Okay, the result of that accident, I was no longer able to walk or use my right arm. What I encountered, my injuries were bad and I had to recover from the injuries, but then what I encountered with the insurance was worse than the physical injuries because of the mental torment that they put me through. And that's something I don't wish on anybody. It's been a long recovery. Yes, I walk again and I have the full use of my arm again. I still live in pain every day, but that's part of life. I'm alive, so that's a good thing.
And you still chase me around.
I try. But no, it's a case of, hey, it's perseverance. Okay, persistence. Tenacity, when everything seems impossible, you just don't give up. You refuse to quit. You won't lay down and die. And as a result, I tried several ventures without success. The way things were being done changed. The result of the accident, I couldn't go back and do what I used to do because of my injuries wouldn't allow it. So I had to adapt and I had to make changes in my life. And so as a result, being persistent has really paid off. And here, it's time to adapt. Things weren't working, and the result, no income. I found digital marketing. The digital marketing was a godsend because it showed me how to use the internet correctly. And by using it correctly, I was being taught how to advertise online in such a way that the clients, you build a product or you have a product that you want to promote, and we build sales funnels that it's a case that the client is chasing you for what you have. Nobody wants to be sold. Everybody wants to buy when they want to buy, but nobody wants you to, people chasing them to try and sell them something. So it's a case with digital marketing, what I loved about it, it's you're no longer a hunter and you have become the hunted, and the clients come to us.
So John and I entered what we like to call our transition phase. Both of us were students of communication. We love the science of trying to connect with people, so we started to build our own communication product. Then we were introduced to James McNeil's Verbal Aikido, and it is the most advanced communication program we have ever encountered, and we've seen a lot of them. And speaking of James McNeil, here is a gentleman who is an author and the founder of Verbal Aikido. James is an achieved international success best-selling author. He's a well-respected coach and highly sought-after keynote speaker. He's actually on the speaking tour right now. We were hoping he could be on with us right now, but he says, apologize to everyone for me. I wish I could be there. But as I said, he's actually on the road hitting up his next speaking engagement. And for the past 25 years, he has helped thousands, and I would say tens of thousands, in becoming the best possible version of who they could be. So it's my pleasure. This is James McNeil. So why is communicating so crucial now? Well, as I said earlier, communication is your value to the marketplace. So really, communication is almost everything, and almost everything communicates, and it is your currency. We are all talking. Are we listening?
Okay, I like this one. To strike the right chord. What is striking the right chord? We all need to communicate. And are we showing up with the right posture? Do we have fearless communication skills? Are we coming from a place of honesty and integrity when we're talking to people? Are they sensing that we're being honest with them? Are they knowing that we have integrity? Are we ready to communicate openly with an open heart that, hey, we're building that trust? And are we ready to communicate respect for everyone? Like these gentlemen, showing respect? Are we being respectful to the people that we're connecting with? And are we ready to communicate directly without any hidden innuendos or agendas? There's no ulterior motive. People know that then everything is fine. And when you combine all of these, then you've struck the right chord. I find this essential in how we connect with other people, that they know that when they're talking to us, they can feel safe, that we're connecting and that we're here and we have a genuine interest in them and how can we help them move forward. But the important part is that they know that we are doing that honestly. We're being open with them. So there's no, you feel comfortable. And the fact that you're being respected, and yes, we speak directly because there's things that have to be said, but it is meant in a way that people, hey, they can trust us. They know that they're being helped as a result. And I think that's wonderful.
This is Kushimiru Yushiba. I am still trying to say that correctly, so I do apologize, Mr. Yushiba, wherever you are, if I say it incorrectly. I love this quote. This gentleman you see here, he is the son of the founder of Aikido. And his quote is, when the mind-body unified by Nen harmonizes with principles of an ordered universe, a person becomes free of self-centeredness and self-consciousness. So it's almost like you're becoming detached. In other words, have you ever had one of those days where no matter what you touch, it goes so well, it sort of stopped for a minute, like you go, wow, I didn't realize I was doing that so well. You're sharper, you're picking things up a whole lot quicker, things are happening. Life just seems to be moving faster, moving in the right direction. It almost feels like you're a pro athlete when they say, I was in the zone. Well, that's what Nen consciousness is. It's taking the ego out of the way and just letting things happen. Aikido believes Ki is the universal power that flows through us, and Ki can only be stopped when we attach our ego to it, when we attach our own agenda to relationships. Those of us in the Christian faith refer to this as the quenching of the spirit, is pure presence. There are no more victims. There's no more us and them. There is only us, and we are all well. To me, that's so powerful.
And this is founded on the principles of mutual respect. Okay? Being present and authentic is the key to all effective communications. Authenticity and non-adversarial effectiveness, the verbal Aikido practitioner seeks to control self, manage interactions, and influence others. The need to move beyond the us versus them mentality. And we are able to take responsibility for our interactions. We are able to take responsibility for our place in the world. If we can manage ourselves, we can manage anything. If you can manage anything, we can ethically influence others to make the best decisions for them. Not for us, but for them, creating a win-win situation. And, okay, controlling self. If I do not control myself, then I'm a threat. To control self, you need to manage your interactions. When someone agitates you, what comes out is what you had in there. They did not put it in there. As Wayne Dyer says, we can only give what we have inside of ourselves. To give you an example, James shows this in his workshops, and I thought this was excellent. Takes a glass half full of water, and he has someone hit his elbow. What happens to that water in the glass? Well, of course, it's going to spill. Okay? Did they put that water there? No, that water was already there. So the fact that you're trying to receive stuff, but if there's stuff in that glass already, if you already have stuff of your own, then of course that's going to spill out. So it's important to get rid of the negative stuff first and have positive stuff there and be willing to receive. We need to own our responsibilities in our relationships. And whether that's personal, whether that's family, whether it's social, whether it's business-wise, we need to be in control of that. I want to manage me so that I'm not part of any problem. Self-mastery is true mastery. The true victory is victory over self.
I like that.
You like that?
I do. I like that.
Okay.
I like this one too.
Okay.
As you can tell by the picture, this is, pardon me, Bruce Lee. Wasn't only a martial artist and actor, but by this quote, my thinking is he was a very smart man. Let's just read the quote. Notice the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. The willow is so powerful enough that it's flexible. If you've seen willows or palm trees in storms, they can bend right over and touch the ground. So in actuality, a lot of people think, oh, if I'm too flexible, I'm weak. It's a sign of weakness. Well, I beg to differ. To me, it's a sign of true strength. So when people are coming from a place of safe strength, they're feeling well. They're feeling strong. So well people, by my thinking, tend to communicate well, and hurt people just continue to hurt others. Strength is not fearful unless it's in the hands of a questionable person. So if you're a hurt person, by my books, you're a questionable person. Meekness is power under control. So the more we create a willingness within who we are, the more we can bring wellness to the world. The strength and flexibility of the willow tree is because of its deep roots. So ask yourself of your deep roots, what is working for you? What is not working for you? So a lot of it is a lot of inner soul searching, but it's worth it.
Okay. Okay, 3 keys to a compelling objective. Being honest, what do you really want? Going into any interaction, there are 3 compelling objectives. Honest, be honest with yourself. You need to know what you want out of the interaction. Is it reasonable? What can I hope to accomplish in the scope of the conversation? In the time that has been allotted, will my partner feel safe and interested? And how much time do you have to discuss this? And then, is it rational? Start with your truth. Why do I need this objective? Keep challenging yourself to be a reasonable outcome. Have you considered the worst case scenario that you can live with? Think about what you are willing to risk.
Communication, those of us who believe in strong communications, base it on a philosophy of grace. So those of us who practice verbal Aikido, we use it as a grace-based system. It's such a radical shift that it takes a lot of people by surprise. But what a concept. There's no ulterior motive. There's no more, the more you serve someone is the more you deserve. And a lot of people question me on this, but I can guarantee it. If your income is not where you want it to be, it's because you are not serving enough. We have some leaders here with us during this webinar, and I bet if you asked every one of them, they give more than they've received. You know, all the great leaders in history, be it political, spiritual, or business, they have all come from a place of service. The more they give, and they're just giving not for looking to get back, they actually get back more. It's pretty amazing.
The ultimate rapport strategy. Rapport is the invisible bridge between souls. There is nothing more important than true rapport with another person. It consists of having mutual trust. Do you trust the other person? Do they trust you? Or an emotional affinity or mutual understanding. Is there a resonance? Is there harmony? Is it an affinity, and does it have empathy?
Can I just add something?
Yes.
You know, by my thinking, rapport is kind of like dancing. Sometimes one person leads, the other person follows, and sometimes the other person leads and you follow. It's a dance.
Great.
You like that? I
Yep.
like that. And you know, to influence others, to ethically influence others, doesn't mean you have to be the brightest light bulb overshadowing the group. It's leading the group for their greater good. There's another quote here from the book that I just mentioned, The 8th Habit from Effectiveness to Greatness by Stephen Covey. And he says, those who choose to influence, their influence is to inspire others to find their voice through the principles that we've been discussing this evening. You're helping people find their voice. That, to me, that is ethical influence.
Grace. Grace is a word generally defined as unmerited favor and undeserved kindness. Society today seems to have taken the position of withholding kindness, respect, and acceptance from those who have not yet earned it. No wonder society is in the state it is. Everyone feels they have to be right. I would rather be kind than right. And I think this picture is a great demonstration of that.
Mm-hmm. So those of us who practice verbal Aikido, we've sort of taken it up a level, the concept of grace, and we call it irresistible grace. The more irresistible, we can be more irresistible in our connections and communications when building rapport, quickly, consistently, and genuinely. Here's a model that can be applied to every interaction. Now, the spelling's a little different, but the meaning is the same. So G stands for genuine, R is respect, A is acceptance, I is interest, S is service. And genuine is tagged on to all of these. Genuine respect of others, and in turn, being respected. It triggers reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Thank you so much. My tongue is tied. Genuine acceptance of others, genuine interest in others, and genuine service, what I can do for someone else. Not for looking for anything back, just being of service. So to briefly recap, being genuine, to me there is nothing more repulsive than someone who is insincere. The appeal of being really authentic and the value of appropriate vulnerability. What a wonderful world we would have if we could just communicate from a place of authenticity, where everyone feels understood, heard, and respected. Do you not think our world, our social and business world, would be a better place? We'd be more productive, we'd be more socially aware if we were just genuine. And genuine respect is, as these gentlemen are paying to each other, they know they come from different worlds, but they still respect each other just for being people of the world. And to recap again, genuine acceptance, coming into every interaction with a clean slate. And in order to practice genuine acceptance, you have to be willing to accept a message without agreeing or disagreeing. And once you do that, you suspend judgment. So we are building a model that works. Whenever we meet someone, we issue to them genuine respect, genuine acceptance, genuine interest, genuine service. And they in turn are drawn to this kind of grace.
The egoless self is open, flexible, supple, fluid, and dynamic in body, mind, and spirit. Kishumara Yushiba.
Oh, you say it so much better than I do.
Okay? When you are authentic, your ego is gone. I think that's huge, because that's one of the biggest problems with most people is their ego.
Not me.
Yeah. We all have that problem. I'm guilty of it too. Difficult people think we're difficult people. Okay. Handling objections. Objections are rarely objections if we take the time to listen and understand what's going on. There are no difficult people. We are simply missing the connection. Are we starting to listen? If they are, the other person is pushing back. Stop pushing, start listening. Show them that you are listening. Physical signs, a nod, a grunt, not a moan or a grunt. It's not about them. It's not about you. It's about us. The relationship. Before you move forward, you need yes. If I don't push, then I do not get resistance. The communication channel capacity. I like this one.
I was going to say this is your favorite bit.
Yeah. Well, you see that picture of the raging river? They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. How many pictures do we have circulating around in our mind at one time? Generally a lot with our busy lifestyles. Would you agree that at any given time you would have a raging river of thoughts going through your mind? Okay, so that we're talking to someone in person. That's, hey, we have hundreds, if not thousands of thoughts going through, or pictures of thoughts going through our mind. So now, imagine taking and putting that raging river into a fire hose. That's when talking to people. Okay? and to get your thoughts across to the person you're talking to in person. Now, we reduced a fire hose to a garden hose through phone or video. Okay, so now see how much is being lost. And then we want to go through email. Well, that's reducing it through a straw. So a lot less is getting through. And then when we start texting on our phones, well, we're reducing it to a syringe. Well, try putting a river through that syringe. So the average person hears 10 to 15% of what is said. A good listener hears 30 to 40% of what's being said. So if a good listener loses 60 to 70% of what is being said, and the average person loses 85 to 90% of what is being said, is it any wonder people are being misunderstood? The relationships deteriorate. We aim to show you a solution that will improve your life on all levels. Okay, we got a little break here. Do you have any questions at this point? Is there anything?
Oh,
is anybody
taking notes?
I hope everybody's taking notes, and I don't see any questions in the question box at this point in time. So I was just checking. I don't see any questions. Okay, nobody has any questions right now. Then we'll carry on because we are a little bit behind.
Are we?
Yes.
I'm having too much fun then.
Okay.
So you've heard us mention verbal Aikido, and you're probably wondering what it is. Well, verbal Aikido is pure communication mastery. It is the art and science of ultimate success. I like to call it the ultimate success tool. It's been said, the world belongs to the learners and the communicators. So why not become a top communicator? What is verbal Aikido? Well, in Aikido, let's start there. I stands for harmony. Ki is power. You've heard us mention that earlier. And do is the path. So Aikido is a powerful path to peace. And just a little more on Aikido. There's the Japanese symbols. Aikido is a form of martial art. There are three forms of martial art. There are not hundreds, but there are three main forms of martial art. There is what we call the push-push, where both people come out battled and bruised. And there's one which we call the push-pull, where one combatant uses the other's energy to their own advantage. So if we were able to show our screen, and I'm not showing our screen because I'm having a bad hair day, if John pulled my sweater, if he was pulling, then I would push him, because then that pushes him off of his momentum, and I get the momentum then. Then there is the other one called the push, which is where you respect the opponent's energy. And what you're going to do is you're going to redirect it, and you're going to maintain balance. That's the key, is maintaining balance. So that's what Aikido is based on, and that is what we are basing verbal Aikido on, is balance in everything.
Why is this so special? In a culture where manipulation, domination, and control of others have become prevalent, communication strategies, verbal Aikido stands out as a startling counterculture philosophy. Verbal Aikido interrupts society's perceptions of how to influence others. How should we relate to others? It interrupts our culture of transactional relationships. It allows you to have those discussions where people may not necessarily agree with each other, but they can come away from the discussion feeling heard and understood.
This is our friend Jane War. She first came to verbal Aikido through the online course, and she couldn't be with us this evening. She has another commitment. So she's asked us to relay her good wishes she's felt about verbal Aikido. She says she couldn't be happier with her purchase. She is so thankful, like we are, for meeting James McNeil and introducing her to the verbal Aikido home study course. And I know from speaking with James that she particularly found the section on managing interactions so powerful, and she applied it to those interactions that it turned out so well, better than she could hope. And she's chosen to have her children go through the course as well. And I actually met her children at a verbal Aikido workshop, or experience rather, and they are wonderful young people, and I think a lot of it has to do with Jane exposing them to verbal Aikido.
What do you want verbal Aikido to do for you? Relationship mastery, complete communications tool set. So this is what it can do for you. Never feel intimidated again. No more hot buttons. Can you imagine if people who know you, they know the buttons to push to get you agitated, and if we were able to remove those hot buttons so that they can't agitate you no more, so it doesn't affect you anymore?
That took us a bit to get used to.
It definitely did. And it's been worth it, you know. And there's times say, hey, we still have things, and then we know how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
The power of persuasion, and then having the safe strength and assertiveness and using it correctly. And important, feeling heard, being understood, accepted, and respected. When practiced and applied, this is what verbal Aikido can help you achieve.
So by now you've probably heard through this webinar that I am passionate about verbal Aikido. Imagine no longer feeling like a victim, and I'm now feel so empowered, but empowered in a good way. Just briefly, my story. I was always thought of as the slow one in the family and at school. Even though I was an avid reader, I was always considered slow. Well, you'll do okay in life. Don't worry about it. You're slow. Go ahead a couple of decades. I'm a single parent. My daughter is having issues in school. And they say, oh, she has to go for a test because we think she might have a learning disability. And I said, well, I don't think she does because I think she's very smart. I think she just has issues with the teacher. But okay, if you're insisting, I will get her to the test. Well, naturally, my daughter at 12 years old says, I am not going for any test. There is no way. So the only way I could get her to the test was I said, okay, I will go with you and I will do the test. So we both went and did the test, and lo and behold, she was brilliant. She's actually an honor student. It turns out that it was discovered that I am the one with the learning disability. The minute I heard that, it was a light bulb went off. It's like and I don't like to use this word, I'm not damaged, I'm not stupid. I know that's an incorrect word, but that's how I was feeling up until that point. So that was the day I drew the line in the sand and said, I am no longer a victim. And I still had a long way to go. I had some emotionally abusive relationships that I had to work my way through, but I did that through the personal development. And with meeting James McNeil, he has given me, verbal Aikido has given me the voice, the quiet strength. The purpose in life now is to empower people that they can go out and be who they want to be, the best that they can be. I respect others, and in turn, I am getting respect. I walk into a room with calm confidence. People know I'm there, not because I'm barging into the room, but just because I have that calm confidence about me. This is what verbal Aikido has done for me.
And we've discovered this is a never-before-assembled treasure trove of time-tested content that is at once skill-improving, mindset-changing, and life-transforming. Result, since this was our passion, we become licensed trainers. Verbal Aikido is new. That's why so many of you have never heard of it. It allows you to be more, give more, become more. That is why we are so passionate about sharing this life-changing message. I promise you, once you start applying what you learn here tonight, and if you choose to learn more about verbal Aikido, you will see a change in yourself, others will see a change in you, and your world will change for the better. And that's a guarantee. We took the course, and here at work, they noticed a difference immediately. And to show how powerful that is, things got slow at her work. And there was people there that had been working there longer than she had, and they got laid off. She didn't get laid off because they noticed a difference in how much more valuable she had become. Others didn't get a raise. She got a raise. I say that's very powerful. So
this program, the Verbal Aikido Home Study Course, is designed for those of you who want to build those better, lasting relationships, those deep relationships. Those of you who want to be able, as I said, to handle those difficult conversations where you feel safe and the other person feels safe just as well. Focusing on dealing with your partner's intensity and finding the appropriate level of assertiveness when you confront those difficult situations. Everybody feels safe. You know, if you want to learn that, then this can help you.
And we can ethically influence them to make informed decisions in their best interest, not ours. Feel okay about people's decisions. You're okay, I'm okay, we're okay. So you don't have to worry about, oh, are we influencing in a wrong way? No, because you feel safe, I feel safe, we both feel safe, everything is good. And that's what we ultimately want for everybody.
So if you want to learn, you know, being sure of yourself, your strengths, you want to know what your weaknesses are, without feeling the need to be aggressive, you can be assertive. Safe assertiveness is very attractive, but you're not aggressive. You're going to be able to handle any situation with calm confidence and safe strength. Then you are exactly who James has designed this course for. I like to think he designed it just for me, but no, he designed it for everybody. So if you have those problems, we have the solutions.
And here's how we're going to do it. What you'll learn. The future belongs to the communicator. See the importance and value of being on the cutting edge of effective, authentic communications. How well we connect with others will have a direct bearing on where we will end up in life. That's James on stage in London, England. Communications 101. We learn the foundational principles of communication that will allow you to successfully handle any conversation in a respectful, authentic, and effective way.
You'll also learn emotionally intelligent communications. You're going to focus on emotional intelligence and discover how your activity to sense and your ability to manage emotions is the foundation of great communications. You're going to learn empathy, self-esteem, decision-making, commitment, interpersonal awareness, motivation, and you're going to learn how all of those impact each other.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, thank you. And you're going to learn the communication science, the science of communication that includes the core concept behind effective interactions. You know, is everyone being heard? Is everyone being respected?
What they're interested in, what you want to say. Is there a relevance?
True.
The power to influence. Learn how to appropriately, effectively influence people and ethically move hearts, minds to a conclusion, conviction, and action. See, the power and influence.
And you're going to learn the ultimate rapport strategy. Learn the secrets to rapport and how to consistently connect with people quickly and genuinely to create those lasting and meaningful relationships. You're going to learn the rapport dance. That's what I like to call it. That's the slide, rapport dance. Can we do that? I like that slide.
Okay. We learn how to show appreciation, expand awareness, strengthen relationships, increase efficiency, foster trust, and share goals. Okay. Enlightened assertiveness. Learn to effectively and respectfully resolve issues you feel strongly about while managing your emotions and respecting the rights of others. I think I have an opinion on this one, but Anne keeps disagreeing with me, and James has the same opinion. So,
but we are respectfully honoring each other's differing of opinions.
Yeah, I still think it's right, but anyways.
So that's by just us doing that, we are showing enlightened discernment. We appreciate each other's opinions.
Benefits when applied. Income increases 2 to 3 times. Okay, that's just a starting point as far as I'm concerned. Relationships. Oh, wait a sec. That went a little fast. I'm going to go previous. Yep.
Oh.
Relationships, family, and socially improve dramatically. And all aspects of life get better. Yeah, I didn't expect it to just, And you start seeing the steps to the results you always wanted. Your income grows. Your relationships become stronger. Everything in your life just seems to be more cohesive.
So do you think you could do this with our help? And there's no right or wrong answer. It's going to be different for everyone on here tonight. And what you've learned is really just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure we've all seen that in social media. There's a picture of the iceberg with the little tip outside the water. Have you seen it, John?
Yep.
And the biggest part is underneath.
That's right.
Well,
Why do you think the Titanic went down?
I am respectfully moving on. That's why we say this is just the tip of the iceberg this evening. So maybe this can help you. Maybe you think it can't help you, or maybe you think it will. Whatever decision is right for you is right for us. How's that?
Okay.
Oh, there's
If
Martin.
you've ever been in a situation where you couldn't ask for what you wanted for, you need communication skills. Whether it's in a relationship or asking for a raise or asking a client for a contract, you need communication skills. There's nothing better than pure communications mastery from Verbal Aikido. Hi, I'm Martin Wales, the former host of Microsoft's Your Business, Entrepreneur Magazine's eBiz show, and many other radio and television shows. And I know that when I have on someone who can't communicate, it's not a great show. So if you want your life to have what you want in it, then you need to know how to ask, and you need to know how to listen so you can help people walk away from the table, whether it's negotiations or sales or personal relationships, feeling great too. I highly recommend this webinar with my friend John Wayne Jensen. Make sure you attend. Register now.
If you want to be able to handle any situation from business to personal, then you need acute communication skills. Verbal Aikido gives you the power to negotiate any circumstance so that both parties feel heard and recognized. Everyone talks about win-win, but this is how you accomplish it with ease and grace. Banks and corporations have seen the need. They've paid in excess of $40,000 to access this information. You're getting the exact course we personally used. Okay?
So this is just a brief overview of what you're going to get. You're going to, with the online course, you're going to get 8 modules filmed in high definition, an overall average of 20 minutes on each teaching video. That's a $3,500 value. You're going to get insightful assessment tools, powerful insight to where you are at. It shows you how you can maximize your strength and weaken your weaknesses. And that's a $499 value. You're going to get 52 instructional online video sessions. The video training averages about 20 minutes, give or take. They are in-depth explanations of just a few of the things that we've touched on, and it's just really just a few. And when you apply what you've learned, it does wonders to your life. That is an $8,500 value. You are also going to get a full-color PDF workbook, which is one of the most impactful ways of learning. You're going to be getting assignments to finish. You're going to be able to take notes and create lasting memories to pass on to others. And one, I'm just going to quote Stephen Covey again, says the fastest way to learn is to teach, so to pass on those memories to others. And you're going to create your own legacy by what you learn. And that's a $499 value.
Okay.
It just keeps growing what you're going to get. You're going to get MP3 audio downloads for, you can listen to it anytime when you're traveling. You can turn time into listening time. John, when he was a truck driver, that's what he did. Like he liked to say he went to, what did you call it, the traveling university?
My truck was my university.
That's right.
My life university.
That's right. So that's how same principle here. It's your own personal university. Your time cannot be replaced, so why not use it wisely and benefit from it? That's a $999 value. And it is available 24/7. Sorry, we only have 24 hours in the day, everybody does. And anytime this is available to you without restrictions, so you can use it at your schedule to suit your needs. It's a flexibility that works for everybody. And what's the value? It's just priceless. You're going to be able to track your progress, able to measure your results, a guide to live up to. You're going to be able to see your results. And you see that light at the end of the tunnel is going to keep getting closer and closer and closer. And that's just priceless.
And you learn at your own pace. Schedule what works best for yourself. You structure it so that you are accountable. Apply and benefit accordingly. That's a priceless value. Exercises to develop skills and form habits. To form or break a habit takes 21 days of consistent effort. It takes time to develop new skills, and end result makes it worthwhile. Forming good habits and training. That's all a priceless value. Now here's a breakdown of what you're getting. And I'm not here to scare you with all these numbers or whatever. It's just, but okay, the combination, like 8 chapters filmed in HD is a $3,500 value. Insightful assessment tools, that's a $499 value. 52 instructional online video sessions, an $8,500 value. An expansive full-color PDF workbook, that's a $499 value. An MP3 audio downloads for convenient listening, that's a $999 value. Available 24/7, that's priceless. Track your progress is priceless. Learn at your own pace, that's priceless. Exercises to develop skills and form habits, that's priceless. Total value, $13,997, which is undervaluing it by more than half of what the banks paid. Okay? But, okay, so now, what's the price? At least $250 for 1 hour of my time. Daily rate to corporations are $5,000 a day to teach their staff. However, who would like a discount?
I would.
Yep, most people do. Okay? We realize that the transformational power of this course. We want this to be accessible to most everyone. So we dropped to $9,997. But wait, I'll make this even better, because we realize the average person doesn't have that kind of money laying around. Okay? We thought about it. Still needs to be better. We want you to manage this. So we have made it an absolute bargain. Not $998. Okay? All in for $498 US. That's the webinar special. If you go to jajdigitalmarketing.com/go, if you do it all in once, it's $498. But if there's people out there that are having issues with that amount even, I'll do you one even better. You pay in full today, it's just $498 US. Or we're going to make it just 3 payments of $199 US. And if you go to jajdigitalmarketing.com/go, you can take care of the payment there and get the course. And I can guarantee you that you take this course, your life is going to so dramatically improve. It has for us. There was a bank, they introduced this, and as a result, in 6 months' time, that department that wasn't producing produced $100 million in deposits. There's countless stories about what this has done for people, and their personal lives, for businesses. It is incredible. It's very powerful. Okay? There is zero risk. No questions asked, 100% satisfaction guarantee, or your money back. If you don't feel you get at least 10 times the value of your investment in the first 30 days, I will refund 100% of your money. Okay? So if you want to improve your relationships and income, make that change. We will add even more value to ensure your success. You can only gain with this. We have the community to support you and help you get the results you're looking for. Do you think you can achieve change with our help? This is more comfortable for you. We have it down to 3 easy payments, just 3 payments of $199. Go to jajdigitalmarketing.com/go. And then...
So I know you've got value this evening on the webinar. So I'm urging you to take that first step to your success. We're not going to be able to have this webinar special for much longer. So if the $498 is not doable for you, then there's the $199, 3 equal monthly payments. You know, take that first step to your yes. Look for those first steps to your success. I guarantee your life will improve.
It has for us, definitely. Verbal Aikido, are you ready for the change? Okay. You can access your course now. And now we've come to the end. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. And are there any questions? I've opened up the lines here.